Okay, so this is for Group 7, Project 2, Milestone 2. Our task, or our project, was to implement the CleanAndGo application here and implement Scenario 1, which is options updates from a main menu interface. And then at the bottom here, it says that we were only supposed to implement option A, insert new information, and all 4 of its sub-options. So that being insert new information, add new equipment, add new service, add new customer, and add new employee information. As well, scenario 2, where we are supposed to, which is the equipment and supplies from our main menu interface, which will have options to annualize the annual expenses of the business, cleaning supplies annual expenses, and annual expense report, as well as product suppliers and cleaning supplies alerts. For option 3, we have total number of equipment use, and this is our third option in the menu, which is equipment. It'll be number of equipment, maintenance schedule of the equipment, and average monthly usage of the equipment, and of course an quit option. And then scenario 3 will prompt the program, or the program will prompt the user for an employee ID number, which the user will input, and then the program will return the employee's work schedule. Dr. Farag told us that this part here is for another project, so we have not done anything with that. So right now, for our project, I am utilizing the Bellevue College VM as well, and database. And I have set up our database here. It's called CleanAndGo. This is the script for it. It is complete with insertion of mock data here that we've created for our database. So, starting off, this is the main file for our application, cleanandgo.java. Now, the main idea behind our application is that we would turn every menu into its own object, and that we just have these objects call each other. So when we run this method, or when we run our program, it creates, for example, 4 new objects, which are our sub options: customers, employees, equipment, and updates, which you can see here. It creates, and these objects encapsulate their own submenu as well as their own submenus and methods. So equipment, so right now, CleanAndGo main menu is an object that encapsulates these other ones within it. And then this is its own object that encapsulates, and so on and so on. So we accomplish our program by utilizing do-while loops and buffered readers and input streams to record input from the user. I'll go ahead and run this. Right now we are using the Bellevue College virtual machine, so it will ask us for our user ID and password, which will be student and password. And then you can see it prints out the main menu, where we can then go and explore our scenarios. So let's say we are doing scenario 1, which is updates. We'll input D, and it will bring us to the update menu, and it'll ask us what we want to do. Now that scenario only says to implement insert information, part A, and its sub options. But what we did do here is we did create these, I did create these menus. These could be updated later with proper methods. You can see here in these objects that, I think I lost, my terminal's right there, okay. That these objects, this is insert. So these objects don't have their methods filled out here, but if you did want us to do this, we could just write these methods and then we'd fill them in here and then here as well. So right now, Wenhan wrote these this update queries, and so this is her part of the project to demonstrate. So I will just show this part here, that when you do try to insert information, it prompts you for your username and password, since admins will have access to this information and your normal employee will not. So at that point, they'll be able to add new equipment, new service, new customer information, new employee, etc. And then, so we'll return back to the main menu. As you can see, it works. We can navigate through this program. Let's say we wanted to go into equipment and supplies, and then it has the sub options: analyze annual expenses, supplies, and equipment. We can do A there, and it'll prompt you for your user ID and password. And then it'll give you access to cleaning supplies, annual expenses, or annual expense report. We can come back, we can go into supplies, and we have access to product suppliers, cleaning supplies alerts, and then we can go into equipment, and then of course we can do all of that. And we can navigate through this program using the simple A, B, C, D, Q, or R statements here. And that is my contribution to this project. Is I wrote this Java program to be the backbone of the application, and my partner Charlie and my partner Wenhuan wrote the queries and that will be used to retrieve data from our database. And so I'll let them speak now.
Hello, this is Selena. I'm going to show you how new information is inserted to the tables at first. So let's click Run and tap User ID, root, okay, password, escape. Okay, we can tap Forward first and then choose A, Insert Information. So at first we can add new equipment. Yeah, it says new equipment is added. And next, choose B. It's going to choose insert new service. And then choose C. Add new customer information. Yes, new customer is added. Okay, we're gonna add a new employee. D. It says new employee is added. Okay, so let's show you how it's affecting the database. Okay, let me select. Yep. So earlier we inserted 11. Yeah, let me check time weather. See here. Yep. New equipment. Yes, the nearest one is 11. Samsung. And then next one, new service ID is 12. Let me show you. Okay. Select new services. And then the nearest one is services 12. Yes, clean shoes. Okay. So let's try again. So next one is add new customer. Okay, the customer number is 14. Let me try. Let's see, 14. Customer. So where's the, okay, here we go. You can see customer ID 14 is showing in the table. And then next, new employee. Okay, let me see what's the new employee information. Here is number 15. Diana Tang. Okay, let me see here. Okay, we can see, yeah, employee table. Yes, 15. Yeah, it's inserting to the table successfully. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you how scenario 2 works. It's about supplies and equipment. Equipment and supplies. Here we type 1 and then take a look at the annual expenses first. A. And then take a look at the cleaning supplies annual expenses. Okay, here we go. Then we can see the annual cleaning supplies expenses. It's about 4,440 something. And then next, we're gonna see the annual expenses report. Yep. So the first column is the expenses type. The second column is the annual expenses amount. And then let's go back to the equipment and supplies menu. Then we choose the next one, supplies, B. So let's take a look at the product supplies. Okay, here we go. So we can see the first column is the supplier name. The second column is the clean supply products, and the third column is the equipment products that this supplier provides. Okay, we can see the list of products that each supplier provides in this table. Then next, go to take a look what containment supplies are under safety stock. Right. B. Okay. Let me take. Okay, there are four of them are under stack. Okay, let's go back to the equipment and supplies menu. And then next we choose C, the equipment. Okay, at first we want to know what is the total number of equipment. Let's choose A. Okay, we can know that total number of equipment is 11, which is true that we just take a look at the database earlier. And next we choose a maintenance schedule. Yeah, B. Okay, so here I only show the first week of April, the schedule for the first week of April. So it's look like this. The first column is the equipment ID, and the equipment name, date, and the schedule. Look like this. So the next one is the average monthly usage. Okay, here we go. So the first column is the equipment ID, equipment name, and average hours. Okay, let's go back to the menu. Okay, my part is over. That's it. Thank you.
Hello, this is Charles going over the employee Java class. So, what we get first is a print menu, and that's just going to print our basic, prompt. We have employee schedule, which is the main reason you'd be coming here, and then a return to go back to the main menu. Once we go down, we have our menu driver. We set our connection. We set our Boolean for the try and do while. We have our connection. We then go through and hit the print menu. Print that off. And then we let the user select your option. Do you want to add or do you want to go back to the menu? Once we grab their selection, most likely it is going to be A, we go to employee schedule. We then prompt the user to enter an ID number. Once we do that, we go down to the query and we send this to our database to grab the proper select statements. We then go down here, print the ID, the name, the date, and the schedule. If we are going to return to the main menu, it'll just go through and run the main menu command.